I promise there will be no tax lessons involved in this episode of Born Again to Live.
This episode of Born Again to Live is brought to you by Albanese Gummy Bears.
Welcome to Monday with the Born Again to Crack jokes.
We're definitely getting big time if we have what are those things called? Legal disclaimers before our podcast.
If you listen to this podcast while driving, you may fall asleep.
Okay, did I really bring the room down when I had my tax advice on Friday? I probably did.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. I needed to hear it.
All right.
I didn't listen, but I needed to hear it.
Yeah, that's very true. You did not listen, but you heard, yes.
I think Amy more went towards my side, actually, by talking through it. She's like, I see your point. Yeah, I see your point. Probably not right, but I see your point.
I'm usually telling you how wrong you are, so it's just I'm used to it. What can I say? But no, here we are. It is a Miracle Monday, and it's also it's a Lyrical Monday.
It's a Lyrical Monday, one of my favorite days.
I know, and I take full responsibility. Eric's been saying we got to do a Lyrical Monday, but I'm like, Eric, I not yet. We can't. And what's been holding me back is we've been saying for a while that we're going to go back, and I obviously just stacked this down, but we're going to go back and we're going to listen to all of them and track the songs that we have already talked about. And because, I can't remember which ones I have and haven't talked about. So it was fun. It was really fun going through. And do you want a few, you want to go down the trivia road, Eric?
Oh, sure.
All right.
I know if we had a better producer and writer who would put it in the description, it would be easier to.
I mean, I know, right? But this guy, he's the worst.
I don't know what to do with the guy. I want to fire him, but I'm afraid to.
Yeah. All right. So question number 1, how many Lyrical Mondays have we done so far? Do you even know?
Let's go with 7.
I'll get back to you in a second. I'm counting them. 3, 6. I think so. I think you're right.
All right.
We did 6 in season 1, and then oh wait, no, you're wrong. It's 8. We did 7 in season 1, 6 regular, and then the Christmas Carol one. And then we did, we've only had 1 this season, though, thus far. Okay, what episode was our very first Lyrical Monday?
I'm going to guess 67.
It was episode 70.
I'm close.
I mean, you are.
Spitballing it.
It took a while for us to come up with this one, but...
We came out of the gate like on fire thinking we had all this material, and then it's like... How are we going to fill all this time? It's like, Lyrical Monday.
Yeah, no, I remember it was the end of a very long recording day that we did our first Lyrical Monday. Do you remember the title of the first one? You do all the titles, Mr. Eric.
Oh, no, I do not.
It's Lines That Touch Our Heart.
Sounds right.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
So it was really fun going back down memory lane and just listening to all these Miracle Mondays, and at one point I thought I skipped one, and I went back and I found it, and so but yes, because I am the note taker and the organized one, Eric, you did do one twice.
It must have been a really good one.
It was The King Is in the Room.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So we won't dock your pay too much for that one, but anyway, here we are. So we are ready to have our second one of season 2.
Yeah.
Can't wait. All right. You want to go first? Do you want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
Oh, that's terrible. Let's just say, who's going first?
Let's cast lots like in the old days. Okay, I'm going to say, I think you should go first, Eric, because you just stacked the stone for this concert. So I know you've got some.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go completely off script.
Okay, fine.
No, not really. We had a guy who actually in the studio with us one time named Seth Addison.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
We had a new song come out not too long ago, and I really like it. And I told Amy, it's almost like he left our studio that day, and all he did was write this song.
Yes.
All right, so I searched, but I couldn't find real love. Led me down a long and dark road. Looking for something to fill me up. I found there was nothing was enough, so I stopped searching, I gave up, and I looked for ways to go numb. Addiction was my story, depression was my lot, and on my way to an early grave. But God. Now I'm still breathing. I found freedom. I was rescued by love that was seeking. My heart still beating. I found healing. I was rescued by love that's never leaving. Now I know that my life has meaning and God is the reason. It's called The Reason
The
by
reason.
Seth Addis.
Okay. Yeah, now I really need to hear the lyrics and his voice, or
his
music and his voice. Yeah.
But it's all about telling his story of like he was searching for something and went down this path, and it's like, but why? Well, God gave him a reason. It's music and his life, and
Yeah. Yeah, when we revisited that interview during one of your sick days, like listening to that again was just, man, that hit me on my heels. Like a couple of things he said about like, and I just thought, once I accepted God, that he would give me all the things I wanted, just make it mean something now. And realizing that God had to prune a lot out of his life, like that really resonated with me, listening to that a second time. But
Verse 2 is, I searched, but I couldn't find real love, and the pain was just too much. Led me to alcohol and drugs. I turned to money, a big house, and fancy cars. Chased success and looked the part, but I couldn't find a healthy heart.
Wow.
I mean, he talked about how he's on top of the mountain.
Yes.
Again, that's, yeah.
He did not have a, he was not in the pen with the pigs like the prodigal son before he came to his senses. He said he got all the things that he was told was going to make him happy, and it did not. So, yeah, that's a good one. Wow. I'm looking for, and it's going to come up here in just a second, the episode from last year where you can...
Oh, yeah. Seth Addison episode.
Yes. Let's see. That was, I want to say... Shoot.
We replayed it on, well, I don't remember which one of this year either.
I know that. Well, that's true too. But yeah, the original one was, it was in August, wasn't it? It was right after the event.
It should have been.
Let's find the sucker.
If you want to hear this year's, it's on 3-3, which would have been episode 31 of this year.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, do episode 31 of season 2, and you'll get to hear his interview. It's so good. But that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a great song. The Reason by Seth Addison.
The Reason by Seth Addison.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go with one that I thought for sure I had already done this one because it is one of my go-tos. Like, this is like one of those songs that just pumps me up. And it is called Build a Boat by Colton Dixon. And this came out in 2023. And what I really love about this, Eric, is so 2023 was when we did our pirate-themed camp at Camp Patty Run. And I literally was building pirate ships for decor as I'm listening to this song. And yeah, it just really energized me. And it's one of those it's one of those songs that like you're almost not singing, you're shouting, right? And because it's just, this is how you're feeling, you're just, the conviction is just coming through. But anyway, it's this little story about Noah, right? He says, I've been wandering through the desert, ain't seen a cloud in forever over me, but I believe your rain is coming. Yeah, I've been hanging on to high hopes because you're the one who's making dry bones come to life. You're the light I put my trust in. Every word you say is going to come true. You will lead me to the promised land. Everything you say is going to happen, even though I haven't seen it yet. And then this is where the chorus comes in. That again, you just kind of hammer this thing out, but he just says, I will build a boat in the sand where they say it never rains. I will stand up in faith. I'll do anything it takes. With your wind in my sails, your love never fails or fades. I'll build a boat in the desert place. And when the flood and the waters start to rise, I'll ride the storm because I've got you by my side. With your wind in my sails, your love never fails or fades. I'll build a boat, so let it rain. And that's the part that I love. Like, it's just almost this challenge to to the world out there. Let it rain. Like, I've got my boat. I've got God. Just like whatever is going to come at me, come at me, bro. I know what I've got here. And so there's not a whole lot of other, this is not a lyrically rich song other than that main chorus, but man, it just gets me going. So that is my first one. Build a Boat by Colton Dixon.
Yeah, Colton Dixon's a really good artist.
Yes, he
has a lot of
is.
really good songs. Oh, I like listening to him. That's one of my favorites too. Can't believe we haven't done that.
I know. Tell me about it. So, haha, I got to it first.
All right. So I had planned on doing a couple of them. I'm going to do this one because I heard it in person, and it's the reason I wanted to go to Winter Jam.
Okay.
It's by, I don't even know if it's her or her band, Emerson Day. There's one singer. She's a female singer, got a really good voice, but this song is Get Behind Me.
Okay.
This song went viral on TikTok and stuff, and it blew up. Like, it pretty much put her on the map.
Wow.
But it's a really good song too. Like, it's not just a viral hit where you're like, yeah, that's okay. No, this song has got some power behind it. It's got conviction. And she told the story the other night that she got it from her grandma. Because every time she would go to her grandma and complain about something or say, this is going on, she would say, well, that's a lie from the pits of hell, so put it behind you. And so it's Get Behind Me by Emerson Day. It says, when fear like a viper strikes and worry starts to creep, I know that ain't my father's voice. It could only be that liar in my ear trying to make me believe. So I'm calling him out. In the name of the Lord, listen when I speak. Devil, get behind me. Run on home. Back to the grave where you belong. Just clicked off. In case you forgot, let me tell you the truth. You're stuck under my blood-bought boots. Devil, get behind me. You've got no hold. I've been changed by the Holy Ghost. Try all you want. There ain't no use. You're stuck under my blood-bought boots.
Nice.
And I mean, she sings with a power that, like, you can't argue. And when I get those moments of, like, fear and doubt in my head, I'll put this song on going down the road. And, like, it's one of those, if you were in the car next to me and you see me, like, pumping my fist and shouting, you're going to be like, that guy's crazy. But this song's probably playing because it's one of those anthem type songs.
Well, weren't those the words of Jesus where he said, get behind me, Satan?
Get behind me, Satan. When he was talking to Peter, actually. But yeah,
get behind me, Satan. That's right, because Peter was trying to tell him not to take the cup that he was going to take and die on the cross. And Jesus like, get behind me, Satan. This is not God's plan. Yeah.
But that's a really awesome song.
I can't wait
to get to listen to it. It's a whole lot better than reading the lyrics with her power.
Yeah, I'm checking both of these out so far. Okay. All right. So my next one, I can credit Susan at Big Blue to this. She played this one night. She was doing the crossover and she played this for the kids, and I loved it, and especially the video of this because Cody Carnes is so cute, and like just the energy in the room, like everyone's just singing and doing their thing. It truly is a picture of worship. But it is Take You at Your Word by Cody Carnes. And it says, your word is a lamp unto my feet. Your way is the only way for me. It's a narrow road that leads to life, but I want to be on it. It's a narrow road and the mercy's wide because you're good on your promise. And then he says, I'll take you at your word. If you said it, I'll believe it. I've seen how good it works. If you start it, you'll complete it. I'll take you at your word. And then I like kind of the second verse. He says, you spoke, the chaos fell in line. I know because I've seen it in my life. And then he says, it's a narrow road that leads to life, but I want to be on it. And then, let's see. Again, it repeats that kind of that main, I'll take you at your word if you said I believe it. But then I think at the bridge he says, you said your love will never give up. You said your grace is always enough. You said your heart would never forget or forsake me. You said I'm saved. You called me yours. You said my future's full of your hope. You've never failed, so I know that you'll never fail me. I'll take you at your word. It's such a banger. So
that's a good one.
Yeah, it is
it's a worship song.
It really is. It just gets you pumped up. So add that one in. All right. You got a third one there, Eric?
I do.
You're all over the place.
I'm all over the place. This is...
Pick one, Eric.
Oh, man. I really have two more that I would love to share.
Do you want to do two?
I will share... Maybe I won't share all the lyrics, but we were at the show the other night, and I've heard Disciple a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And Disciple, in case people don't know, are like hard rock. Like most people would refer to them as death metal, but since they're doing Christian lyrics, we'll give them like life metal.
Life metal, yeah.
Yeah, life metal. I don't know. They're speaking life. But anyways, this guy preaches as hard as anybody I've ever seen preach. Like the lead singer really truly comes out there and preaches the gospel every song. And you can see it, you can feel it. I mean, he's down on his knees, everything he's got. Of course, then the next second, his head banging as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Big giant mohawk. And like, it's who he is. He loves the music. He loves the passion that God gave him. And he does so well. But then they started playing this song I'd never heard. And it actually says it was 2023 song. So I'm like, why have I never heard this?
Right.
But it was called Bow Down by Disciple. And he gave the preference that when Jesus was in the wilderness, the devil put him on the highest mountain and said, here's all the kingdoms of the earth. I'll give them to you if you bow down to me. And he says, I will never bow down to you. And that was the song, Bow Down. So the start of it is every day there's a new scenario that is pulling at my ear to the ground. Every hour there's a new voice shouting, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. Every second, another distraction is splitting my fate or death in or spitting. Every second, another distraction is spitting its death in my face. But every threat is just a fly in the web. You won't take me dead, alive or dead. The hand of the Father is the shield and my dagger, and I won't serve another god. The blood of the Messiah is my torch and my fire, and I won't serve another god. And then he repeats that, and he says, you can set your idols all around me and play your sacred sounds, but I'll never bow down. No, I'll never bow down. You can take me to the highest mountain and offer me a crown, but I'll never bow down. I'll never bow down.
Nice.
It really was like eye-opening to see him singing this song, because it wasn't just words. It wasn't just a song he had to perform.
It was a declaration.
Yeah, it was him talking to God in that moment with 15,000 spectators saying, oh, you'll never bow down.
Yeah.
You will never let Satan have an idol before you that you worship more than God. And you could see like 15,000 people in this arena were just watching this man preach to God and say, I'm never going to bow down. You can do anything you want, Satan. I will never bow down to you. God, I am yours fully.
Nice.
And in that moment, he got me to sit there and go, wow. Like, I love Disciples' music. I think they are brilliant artists. And if you can get past the headbanging and the hardcore part of them, they have some really awesome songs.
Yeah.
But then you look at them versus some of these other artists who I think these artists, they wrote the songs, they believe them, but I think they perform them.
They perform them. They don't.
This guy came out and he lived it.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was sitting there going, I hope some of the other people were watching this, because that's what I want to see on a stage every time I go out there. Because he was worshiping in that moment like nobody else. He was worshiping harder too, because they were doing backflips. Like, his band is playing a guitar while doing headbang, and then he did a backflip. And I'm like, did you see that? Like,
wow.
And these guys have been around for a long time.
Oh my God.
So it's pretty impressive. If you get to watch Disciple, they're worth watching.
Watching or listening, it's hard to say.
Both, because the headbanging is pretty fun.
I'm not a big heavy metal person, but I'll check it out if you say so, Eric. I'll check
It's not the growling heavy metal. It's a little clearer than that.
All right, I'll have to see what this is all about. Because yes, Eric walked into recording day with his new T-shirt, and I was like, never seen that one before. You must have just gotten that one the other day. So.
Yeah, they impressed me enough. I bought the T-shirt.
Yeah, he got the merch.
I couldn't get the Emerson Day hoodie I wanted that had "Get Behind Me, Devil."
Yeah.
And then on the back it had boots and it said "Stay There." And there was $60 for a hoodie, and I'm like, no, I like you not that much.
All right. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get all the merch that you wanted, Eric, but yeah. Let's see here. What is my third song? Okay, so this takes me back to a conversation that, remember when we had Kipton on, and actually more Lyrical Monday fun facts. Twice he's been on Lyrical Mondays, right? The first time was with both of us, and then I believe one of my days that I was away, he filled in. You guys did one together. But anyway, we were talking about how we always let God, you and I like do the God plays DJ, and we just put on random, and whatever we need to hear is going to pop up. And then Kipton's like, well, I like to I have my favorites that I like to play first, and then I'm willing to let it go. Right. And I kind of agreed with him there. I said, yeah, like at the top of my playlist, I have my go-tos. I have my start the day with songs, like Proof is up there. First Things First, like, which is appropriate to start your day with First Things First, right? So anyway, this one is like number 3 on the top of my worship list because it's just, it's a great way to start the day. And I would say this one really is a worshipful song, but it is I trust in God, and it's by Elevation Worship. And the version I have on my playlist is with Chris Brown. It starts, Blessed Assurance, Jesus is mine. He's been my fourth man in the fire, time after time. Born of his spirit, washed in his blood. And what he did for me on Calvary is more than enough. The second verse kind of goes, perfect submission, all is at rest. I know the author of tomorrow has ordered my steps. So this is my story and this is my song. I'm praising my risen King and Savior all the day long. And then it goes into, I trust in God, my Savior, the one who will never fail. He will never fail. I trust in God, my Savior, the one. So just keep saying this over and over again. Okay. But it's, it's very lengthy the way it's said. Right. And then the second part of this that goes into like a massive repeat, which I love, is they just say, I sought the Lord and he heard and he answered. And they just say this over and over again. I sought the Lord and he heard and he answered. I sought the Lord and he heard and he answered. That's why I trust him. That's why I trust him. I sought the Lord. And it's just, it goes into this like worshipful mantra where you're not at this point into like what you're saying, Eric, you're not singing, you're not performing, you're worshiping. You are not repeating words, you are declaring truths. And it's just, when you're hearing, because it's kind of done in a choir, this song, it's just powerful. It is a crank it up in the car ride kind of a song. So again, that's Trusting God by Elevation Worship. So you want to go one more?
I do.
You do. All right, you can do it, Eric.
Do you remember me telling you about the concert at the Hampshire County Fair with Cochran and Company?
Kind of, yeah.
Did I tell you that he revealed a new song that night?
You might have
said it was like wrote 2 days before.
Okay.
And Chris Montgomery was there. My pastor Rob was there. I was there. A whole bunch of kids were there. I just remember this song. When it hit, everybody went to tears.
Really?
Like this song hit at a different level. Like it was one of those, like you're sitting there hearing him and it's just, you're weeping.
Yeah.
And you're praising and you're like, God, man, this is powerful. Well, that was 2 years ago. And I've been waiting on this song and waiting on this song and waiting on this song. Finally came out.
Wait, did this come out on your new Christian release?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're such a nerd, Eric.
I know. I've got my own Spotify channel that's new release radar for Eric Miller. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Spotify knows me so well. But
it really is.
The name of this song is What Grace Can Do.
Okay.
And you got to hear it. It's beautiful. I mean, Cochran and Company, the guy has just good voice. But it starts out, I've seen what sin can do. Drag you down and bury you. Make you think you'll never see the light of day. I've seen what shame can do. Make a lie sound like the truth. I'll tell your heart you fell too far away. But I've seen the Father come running. But I have seen his arms open wide saying, come back home. I've felt how it feels to be forgiven, made anew. Hallelujah. I've seen what grace can do. I've heard a still small voice saying, I have plans for you. Felt a nail-scarred hand holding my deepest wounds. Now I can help but tell the story of what Jesus has done for me. Praise God, my life has proof of what grace can do.
No, that's, yeah,
But I've never seen a song like the guy said he wrote it 2 days before, and
it's crazy.
It wrecked a whole crowd. Like, I mean, I mean, everybody, like, I saw everybody just hands up, tears flowing, like, and I just kept waiting, like, this song has to hit.
Yeah.
This song has to come out. And I even at one point was, like, so anxious that I messaged one of his social medias, like, when's the song coming out? Like, I want to hear it again.
Yes.
And there was never even, like, on any of his social media accounts, never a video of him performing the song.
Wow.
All I had was the video I recorded that night, so I knew the lyrics.
Aha.
And I was like, when that song hits, it's going to hit. And it was good.
I mean, now we could just do a whole segment, New Music Mondays with Eric. You can just go through all of because I know you're following a lot of people waiting for their new releases. But
I got another guy, Austin Blanchfield.
Okay.
Austin Blanchfield. He's got a song, I Won't Give Up.
Okay.
Everybody needs to listen to that one.
Well, are you going to do it at a next Lyrical Monday?
Yeah, I'll
okay, please do.
But it's a good one. He's another one of them, like, energy guys.
Yes. Well, I just think it's so cool that so this guy wrote this song. He's on tour, so you can only imagine how rigorous the schedule is already. And then to be like, we're going to learn this song and we're going to perform it, even though I just wrote it. Like, that's like, you guys might have been the very first crowd.
Yeah, he said we were the first people to
ever hear it.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
And he's like, I'm just going to play it. I don't know how it's going to even go.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm telling you, like, the whole crowd was just like, oh, wow.
Yes.
And everybody left saying the same thing. I want more of that song. Like, I want to hear that again.
Yep. So. Well, I know we just did our humility talk last week about the parable on Thursday about and I remember in when we did have our talk with like Seth Addison, like what was interesting about something he said is like he doesn't like to play his own worship music, because he sees that as being kind of prideful and very self-centered. And, I made this comment to Eric like a little while afterwards, because the other thing he said in his interview is like that God had given him like 200 songs and like, we're like, get them out, brother, like get them out. And again, I know it's not as clearly with this example, it is not easy to get a song out. It takes producing and all that stuff, studio time and whatever, to make these kind of things happen. So I'm not faulting anybody here, but it got me thinking, though. I thought, I understand Seth Addison. He has a heart to not make the worship time about him and his music. I'm like, but roll the tape. You just said that God gave you those songs.
They're not his songs.
They're not your songs. Like, you might be performing them, but they're not yours. They're his. And so, gosh darn it, you need to get them out and you need to perform them and you need to play them at worship because God gave you the music. And so, anyway, that's just kind of a neat little tidbit about what humility is all about and what worship's all about. And we really appreciate you guys joining us on a Lyrical Monday. And hit us up on our Facebook page, Born Again to Live the podcast, and let us know what you thought about our songs and let us know what you're listening to. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Yep, let us know. All right, we'll catch you tomorrow.
Bye.